tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello, AfterBuzzers. My name is Stephanie Giorgi, and you are watching Spotlight On with talented young actress Mackenzie Aladjem. Before we get started, go ahead and subscribe to our page below if you haven't already, and find us on iTunes, on SoundCloud. Rate us 5 stars, leave us comments, let us know what you think, help us out so that we can bring you more. Mackenzie, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So you have been in Parenthood, About Boy, Grey's Anatomy, all of these shows that I absolutely love, and you started at a young age of 4.
I did.
Oh my goodness, how was that? Like, what was it? Was your parents get into it? Were you an enthusiastic little girl and said, I want to act?
Yeah, I was really energetic and outgoing when I was little, and my sisters did it, like, when they were kids, so I kind of, like, was inspired by them to do it, and they, like, really, like, just, like, did it, like, commercials and all that a lot, so that's what made me want to do it, and, you know, I just loved it. Like, I started out with theater, like, I did a lot of Annie, like, I did Annie, like, a few times in regional, and then I did it, like, on tour, and then Annie was something that, like, got me started, and yeah, I started out with theater, and then, you know, slowly, like, got into TV and movies and everything.
What was your first TV show that you did?
I think it was Passions.
Yeah. You're so younger, right? That's so great. And would you, as of, like, right now, what would you say is your most proud moment?
I think something for me, like, I loved doing The Middle, because, like, I love The Middle, I love that show, I love the channel, so I think that was really cool for me to work on that. But also, you know, doing a show for 6 years was really cool.
Right, because you got to be a part of that cast. How did you, were they, like, welcoming to you? Do you have, like, brothers and sisters, extended family now?
Yes, for sure. They were insanely welcoming because I joined in the 2nd season, so, you know, everyone knew each other, so that's pretty scary to walk into, especially when you're 8 years old. So, you know, it was really, but they made it so easy, and they were also welcoming, and I had an older sister on the show, which was really cool, so, like, she's still, like, an older sister to me. So.
Oh, that's so great. And just so everyone knows, we're talking about the show on Showtime, Nurse Jackie. Who was the person that you're closest to on the cast?
Well, there were only 2 kids that were on there, like, all the time. So it was me and Ruby Jarens, my sister. So I was probably closest with her because, you know, like, we hung out in New York and stuff, and, you know, she's a really good friend of mine.
So you're 13 now. When do you turn 14?
September 11th.
September 11th.
Pretty crazy day.
I know. That's so great that you've been a part of this for so long. And in addition to acting, I know that you also like to sing and dance. So
yes, I do.
You're a triple threat for Los Angeles.
I love it all. It's all so much fun.
What do you say you like most? I mean, I understand that you're acting, but sometimes it's because we can't really get into our singing or our dancing.
Totally. Well, I think that I love acting the most because, I don't know, it's just, like, easy
to, like, experience.
Yeah, exactly. And I really want to get into singing more because, like, I think that that's something, like, I want to do Broadway when I'm older. Like, that's something that I really want to do because, like, that's my favorite thing in the world. Your
favorite Broadway show is what?
Newsies and Kinky Boots.
Which Newsies she just saw last night?
Yes, I did for, like, the 20th time. It's crazy. But,
that's so good.
Yeah, so probably acting. I think that's what I love.
That's so good. And what kind of experience do you have in dance? Did you take classes? Is it just ballet? Do you do, like, several?
I do a lot. I do hip-hop, jazz, contemporary, ballet, point, tap. I do a lot. And
point and tap?
Yes. I do.
How long did it take you to get on your toes?
Well, because of, like, my age and, you know, skill level and my height and stuff, I really wasn't supposed to do point until later. I'm probably not supposed to do it yet because I'm so short and, you know, like, it's, like, stops your going a little bit. But I really wanted to jump into it. So,
you're so dedicated.
Yeah, after a few years of doing, like, heavy ballet, I started. But, yeah.
That's so good. So with the acting, do you think that you'll be doing... Oh, actually, you got your first movie was Lincoln Lawyer, right?
Yes.
Was that different from TV? Like, how are the experiences?
Yeah, for sure.
And Lincoln Lawyer is just a much more serious, like...
Yeah, totally. Film. I didn't do too much on Lincoln Lawyer. I was only on there a few days, and, you know, I got to work with Matthew McConaughey, which was totally insane. That was so much fun. But, yeah, it's pretty different, actually, you know, like, going from TV and movies. I think... because, like, you know, you take a week to film a half-hour episode most of the time. That's what we did for Nurse Jackie. And then for, like, soap operas, it's, like, a day to shoot an hour show. So, you know, it's, like, extremely different. And then, you know, I feel like everything's kind of, like, more spread out during a film, but it kind of depends on every project.
Right. That's so crazy that you have all of this experience. What do you do? I mean, I know that you take your acting classes, right? You're still active in just, you know, practicing your craft. What do you do to kind of prep for a role or for one of your scenes? I mean, do you have a coach that goes along with it? Do you have anything that you like to do by yourself that you kind of learned helps?
Yeah, my acting coach, Marnie Cooper, she gave me this, like, list of stuff to, like, think about, like, and, like, write notes on my sides and stuff, like, and all these things to think about, like, when doing your sides, you can really, like, dig deep with, like, the role and, like, be like, okay, well, how's their relationship with their parents, and kind of, like, make stuff up just to kind of, like, get into the character more, and I think that's really helpful for me, because, like, it's kind of easier to, like, emote rather than, like, having to worry about stuff.
Right, absolutely. And are you homeschooled, or...
Yes, I'm homeschooled, and I've been homeschooled since, like, 3rd grade, and I'm actually going to public high school next year.
Are you really? Where?
So that's gonna be
that's crazy. Not
Yeah.
where. Don't tell me where. I'm sorry.
But it's going to be really different, because, like, it's a different, like, work ethic and stuff, and
Absolutely.
it's going to be hard to get used to.
How are you with, like, your friends? Like, how do you have... are you nervous about that? Have you, you know?
Well, I'm actually going to have, like, 3 other friends going there already, or 4 other friends, so, you know, it's going to be kind of, like, I already know people, and 3 of them are in my grade. But a lot of my friends are, like, from dance and stuff, so, you know, I already have, like, a lot of friends that, like,
that are gonna
I kind
do
of, like, get into their world. Like, I hear, like, their school drama all the time, which is really fun, because, like, I miss out on that a lot, you know, because, like, I work in my bedroom, so.
I know, that's so great, but still, that's very inspirational for a girl so young like yourself. All right, in high school, do you plan on doing any, like, acting, like, involved with the school, or do you think you're just going to still continue to work outside of it, as far as, like, TV shows go? Because the season, this is going to be its last season, right, for Nurse Jackie?
Yes, it is. It started airing a couple weeks ago, so I am really nervous for, like, the last episode, because I don't know how I'm going to react to it, because, like, it's kind of hip, like, it hasn't at the same time. But, yeah, I'm still going to do all the acting and stuff while I'm in public school and focus on dancing and everything. And the school that I'm going to has a really great dance team.
Oh,
so
great.
Hopefully I'll be on that and then still doing a lot of acting.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
Now, to kind of get away from your work and you as a person, what kind of, like, what would you say is, like, your favorite type of, like, music and stuff? Like...
Ooh, I love everything.
What do you like to sing then, actually?
I love, like, listening and singing, like, Broadway stuff. I don't know. It's just, like, it's such a big passion for me. And, like, I'm such a huge, like, theater geek. Like, it's just something that I totally love. Like, every morning, like, I'll, like, in the shower, like, I listen to, like, Newsies and everything, like, Wicked and stuff. So I think that I love singing and listening to Broadway. But, yeah, I also love Ariana Grande and Taylor Swift. Like, they're, like, my 2 favorite pop artists.
Okay, that's great. Yeah. Who got you into, like, that music? Or, I guess your sisters, right? That's just within your family. Are your parents in that also, or?
Well, my parents are in the business, but they did, like, they're, like, my dad's a manager and stuff.
That's great. Oh, so
you
had a
they
really
never
nice
really did, like,
introduction.
acting, but, you know, it's, like, we're all in the business, which is really cool. But, yeah, I think that theater's just, like, it's kind of how I started, and that's how my sister started, too. So it's, like, we're a huge theater family.
Right, it's your passion.
Yes,
oh, that's so great. Do you have, like, a favorite, do you like Vines or anything like that? How are you with, like, your social media? Do you ever post stuff like that? Do they recommend you not to do so?
I don't Vine, but I love, like, Instagram and Twitter. Like, those are my 2 favorites. Like, I check them too much, actually. I need to, like, kind of, like, get away from that a little bit, especially once I go to school, because, like, I don't have, like, the access to that since I'll be in class all the time. But I love Instagram. Like, I'm kind of obsessed with Instagram. It's kind of bad. And I guess this is a social media, but I love YouTube. And I love watching YouTube videos.
No, of course.
Yeah.
What do you do? Who do you follow on Twitter? Like, who are your favorite, like, feeds?
Ooh, I love,
Just about.
I love Taylor Swift's tweets. They're fun. They're really fun. Yeah. I think that I just, like, also, I love Broadway people tweets because, like, I don't know. It's, like, I feel like theater people and, like, people that do, like, film stuff, they're so different.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, stage
like,
performance
even, like,
on camera.
even, like, their tweets are different, which is kind of weird. But, yeah, I love Taylor Swift. She has really nice tweets and stuff.
Oh, that's good. So you can relate more to all of that.
Yes.
That's so great. Yeah. That's so cool. And what are your future? Do you have any future projects that you know of right now, or are you working on anything?
Not yet. Just auditioning a lot.
Just
like,
auditioning a lot. Oh my goodness, that's so.
Yeah. Hopefully, something will come soon.
What do you do on, like, your free time then, or are you just kind of a bit of a theater geek and that's just what you do?
I love theater, but I love Disneyland. Actually, like, I have a season pass. Like, I go all the time. But I also love going to the beach now that it's getting warmer because I love, like, swimming and, like, but, like, I don't have a pool, so, like, you know, just going to the beach is fun because, like, you can do so much. You can, like, boogie board and stuff. And I really want to learn how to surf. Like, that's something that I want to do this summer and, like, learn how to surf because I think that'd be so fun.
That's so good.
But I love going to the beach in Disneyland. Like, that's just so fun for me to, like, go with my friends and stuff.
You're so bubbly. I love it. I'm so good. I'm sure you get that all of the time, right? So I know this might be a little, I don't want this to be deep, but have you like thought of your future, like as far as 5 years from now? Do you want to always act, or is there anything that you might have a different interest in?
Totally. Yeah, I haven't really thought about it too much, which I feel like I probably should start to think about it more, but
Well, I mean,
I
you're still
definitely do
young.
want to act. Like, that's just something that, like, I love, and I've been studying it for so long, and that's just what I want to do. And, you know, I'd love to move to New York one day, because I feel like there are, like, so many different opportunities.
Are you kidding? And your Broadway would be there, and
Yes,
you'd be convenient,
that's
Manhattan.
true. I know, like, it's so magical, because, like, we filmed in New York. We filmed Nurse Jackie out there, so I got to kind of live in New York for a few months, which was really fun, and, like,
It's so different, right? Are you originally from California?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I'm a
Oh my
New
gosh,
Yorker. It's so different, because, like,
opposite.
you walk everywhere, but, like, the thing is, like, with New York, it's so easy, because, like, you can eat all you want and then walk it off, but, like, in LA, you drive everywhere. But I think that New York is just, like, really fun, because, like, you can do so many different things there. Like, here, I feel like a lot of time I'm, like, at the movies and stuff, but, like, in New York, you can just, like, kind of, like, go to, like, all these cool, like, shopping areas that, like, they don't
you
have.
could just be outside, whereas
Yeah,
here we have to go
totally.
somewhere. No,
Yeah, I
absolutely
feel that.
understood. Do you have like a favorite actor or actress, someone that inspires you, or anyone that you want to work with in the future that you haven't yet?
Yes, all of those for Shailene Woodley and Taissa Farmiga. I love both of them, because I mean they're just so great, and one of my favorite shows is like American Horror Story, and like I think that Taissa is so great in that, and Shailene Woodley, like I love Divergent. That's my favorite book series, and so far movie series. We'll see how it ends. But I love Shailene because, you know, she's such an inspiration. You know, she's like all about like nature and stuff. Like I was watching an interview with her, and she was like, she like hikes up to get her own like water and stuff like from the mountains, which I think is like crazy and so cool.
That's extreme too. But
I know, and I got to meet her a couple months ago, which was really cool.
That was great.
Yeah,
did she
she's
give you
so
any
humble.
advice, or did you talk to her? Or?
Yeah, I went up to her, and I told her that I really respected her and I loved her work, and you know, I thought she was so like humble and stuff, and you know, she was really just great, and she was really nice.
Any other anyone that like older that you have ever wanted to work with? Maybe not so much like your peers, but or I guess nothing too serious that you wanted to do.
You know, I actually would love to work with Angelina Jolie. Right? I think she's so talented.
She is. Are you kidding me? It's Angelina
she's
Jolie.
So cool, and she seems like such a sweet person. So yeah, I'd love to like work with her.
That'd be so good.
Yeah.
What about networks? Like, are you doing anything else like with Nickelodeon or Disney, or are you trying to stay away from that?
I think that'd be cool to go into, because I did one thing with Nickelodeon once. I did like a little web series, so like that was really cool because it was very different than like Nurse Jackie, which is on Showtime. So like
no, I mean
totally different feels.
Exactly.
But
crowds.
I would love to venture into that a little bit and just like kind of like do different stuff, because like I think that's something that's so fun about my craft, is that you get to do different things that like you don't normally do, and like you know, trying different things with it is just really fun.
Right, because would you say that it's more adults that recognize you than kids your own age?
Definitely, yeah. I feel like the two things like that I get recognized most from were at the time All My Children and Nurse Jackie, but it's all adults, which is kind of, you know, weird. But yeah, I think that it's really fun.
Has anyone ever approached you before? Like that's older?
I was actually, no surprise, at the Broadway flea market, and someone came up to me from All My Children, and like they had like an All My Children shirt, and I had it, so I signed it, which I thought it was funny. They like had an All My Children shirt, which was cool. But
just with them, like
yeah, just with them. They just had it on, and it was signed. So I was like, I didn't know if there were like other people there or like what, but I thought that was funny that she like had a shirt with her.
And she was older than you, right?
Yes, she was. She was.
That's
an
so
adult.
funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. Are you planning on going to college now, or after high school? I mean, like, do stuff like that?
I definitely want to do that. I haven't really like my two favorite colleges are NYU and USC. Like
I could 100%. I thought you were gonna say NYU. Of course,
yeah, of course.
Broadway.
But yeah, I mean USC. I went to their campus last year, and it was so beautiful. Like it's like I went to UCLA and USC, and I didn't really tour too much of UCLA, but like when I went to USC, it was like a community kind of, like everyone would like ride their bikes around to different classes, and like I thought it was just so cute. It was like a little like neighborhood kind of, if that makes sense. But yeah, I loved USC, and my sister went there. She did college and law school there, so it's kind of like in the family a little bit. Yeah.
I'd be that way also. That's so great.
Yeah.
What about traveling? How do you feel about traveling and stuff?
I love traveling. That's my favorite. When I did Annie the tour, so you know I really like got into traveling when I was really young, and I really want to like go to Paris one day. I think that'd be so cool, and like Greece, and just like go to like these cool places and like go try like cool foods and stuff, and like that's just something that I really want to do, especially when I'm older. So yeah.
Are you do you do any like accents, dialects, or like some stuff like that? Are you working on that?
I think that'd be so fun. I try and work on it, and like I want to be able to do like a really cool British accent.
Yeah,
like,
I was just gonna say
it's alright. You know, I feel like sometimes it kind of sounds Australian in a way. And I'm trying to like kind of like separate it a little bit, but yeah, I would love to do like cool accents. But, like I want to go to like Paris, or not Paris. I want to go somewhere where like I can like do an accent and like just like fit in. You know? I think that'd be so fun, and like kind of like try and like tell
see
people.
If you can pass it on. Are you interested in learning any languages?
Yeah, I haven't learned any languages for school yet because I've like done different programs where you haven't had to do it. But next year I'll have to do it, and I think I'm going to take Spanish because my dad is really good at Spanish, and like I think it just got to be
You could
really
use it
fun.
in your acting. That'd be great.
Yeah,
if you
and
could.
I think that it would just be like pretty like easy, but at the same time useful because like I feel like it's like such a
we're in
it's a
Southern
language that you
California.
feel like you should learn.
Absolutely.
Stuff, so I really want to learn Spanish.
Spanish is a great language. I speak it. So.
Oh really?
Yes, I definitely think you should do that.
All right.
That's okay. Okay, well, great. Well, where can they, like, so you said you're doing Twitter and everything else. Is that where they can find
Yes.
you? Do you want to go ahead and tell everyone? Or actually, before we do that,
Okay.
I would like you to say for people your age, 13-year-old kids and 14-year-old kids that want to act and that want to follow their dreams, would you give them any advice if you could? Or
Yeah, definitely. Just like never give up because like it gets really hard and like rejection is really hard, but you kind of have to get used to that. And also, something that my mom like always told me and still tells me is that always be nice to people because like you never know who you're gonna see on the way up. But always be nice to them because then you never know who you're gonna see on the way down. So always be nice to people, which I just keep that in my mind all the time.
Oh, I love that.
So,
Yes.
yeah.
That's very, very good advice. And for you to know that at your age is incredible.
Yeah.
So, that's so good. So you guys heard that. Take your little advice from Mackenzie. Make sure to follow her on Twitter. Go ahead and tell them what your Twitter handle
Okay,
is.
my Twitter is Mackie, which is Mackie with another E, and then Aladjem, Aladjem, and then my Instagram is Mackenzie_Aladjem.
Oh, that's so great. Thank you so much for coming. And
Thank
all of
you.
you, if you go ahead and follow me on Twitter as well, at Stephanie Giorgi, and on Instagram at the Stephanie Giorgi. If you have any questions for Mackenzie or about this interview, feel free to talk to us on YouTube or even follow her on Twitter or me. We'll all just join in on the discussion. All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.